Hi, for the September wrap-up, I'm going to try to keep the description short because it goes so long and it's hard to do. It takes me so much time to do these wrap-up things. So I'm going to try to limit it to maybe 3-4 words about the book instead of going on and rambling more what it's about. So for the better books or for the terrible ones, I'll do book reviews and focus just on that book. But first one I read this month and finished was Beyond the Chocolate War by Robert Cormier. This is the sequel to The Chocolate War, which I read and I really liked it. I gave it 5 stars. This one I didn't like as much. It was still good. Gave it 4 stars. The 3 words for this would be Boys High School, Revenge, and Secret Society. Remember Mia by Alexandra Burt is a debut novel by this author that is a psychological thriller. It's about a mother with amnesia searching for her missing baby, and it is suspenseful. In the Dark Places by Peter Robinson. This is a British murder mystery. The whole book is about the crime investigation, and it takes place in the country, rural area. I didn't care for it. I wouldn't recommend it. For me, it moved slow, and it was a little confusing with so many cops involved and keeping everything straight. And I didn't care for it. On the Loose by Jenny B. Jones is the second book of a Katie Parker production series. It's inspirational YA Christian fiction. It's funny, it's fun, it's a light read. It's about Katie Parker, who is a foster girl in high school, and so there's high school drama, and there's struggling with her faith, and it's hilarious. It's very fun, and it's also touching and heartwarming. So read it. I highly recommend this. Anna of California by Andy Turan is a really good book, and I can't believe I didn't do this before I took it back to the library. I don't know what happened. But it's about a orphan girl who's approaching 16, and she's been bounced from foster home to foster home, and for one reason or another she tries to do the right thing, but she ends up in trouble, and they send her back. And so this is like her last chance before she goes to a group home. Her social worker found her a place on a farm working for Anna and Emmett. It's like a summer intern kind of job, and it's her last chance. So she's really trying to do good, and she's trying to please them, but she still ends up in trouble. But it shows how one person can make a difference and overcome their past. Her parents were involved with gangs, drugs, and they both were shot by gang members, rival gang members. So she has a bad past, but she's overcoming that, and it's a great inspirational read. It's very good. It's similar in ways to the Katie production series by Jenny B. Jones, which I loved, but that one was heavy on Christian fiction aspect of it, whereas this one is not heavy on the Christian angle, just a little bit, and it's not near as much. It's more inspirational, and so I love both books. I love the series. I love this one, so I gave this 5 stars also, and I recommend it. I read a book on my Kindle this month called Finding Peace by Melanie Snitker. Shallow characters, crime investigation, clean romance, Christian fiction. Oh, photography. That was the best part. And autism. Lori is a professional photographer, and she gets a job to photograph an autistic young little boy. So that part was really good. I don't know, it was alright. I read it. I didn't have to push my way through, but I was glad when I was done. I'd call it mediocre. This was the first book in the Love's Compass series, but I'm not going to continue the series. The third book of the Katie Parker production series is The Big Picture by Jenny B. Jones, which I absolutely loved. The writing was great. It's a Christian fiction YA story about Katie Parker, a high school student in foster care because her mother was put in prison for drug dealing. And then in this book, the mother gets out of prison about halfway through and is reunited with her daughter, and oh my, it did not end like I expected, which is great. For Christian fiction, it's usually so predictable. This was not. For me, it was really, really good. They had so much humor in it. They had a lot of kind of romance, and it was very good. And it was an emotional read and very inspiring. It gives hope for those who do have parents maybe on drugs or with an addiction, and the kids are wondering, well, am I going to be like that? You know, do I have any chance? And this gives those kids hope, and certainly is a wonderful, wonderful read. I highly recommend it. It's clean language, it's clean romance, and it's just a really, really good, enjoyable read. And I wished it would continue. I was kind of sad to see this one end. I finished out September with a really cute children's book called Escape from Baxter's Barn by Rebecca Bond. Oops. It's about talking animals who escape from a barn with a lot of teamwork. And there's a cat and a pig and a sheep, a couple horses and a cow and a goat. And they all work together, and it's very good. It's a fun, light read with a good story to it, and I enjoyed it. It goes really fast.